cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm colder than Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who ready? We ready, been ready, I waited, my turn, on God, held steady. I keep dropping back to back, I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty, I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out the semi. Plus I grinded from the start, I was stacking pennies. I might dip like Machiavelli, after the confetti. Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who?
Hello and good evening. How are we doing, everybody? Not something we're used to seeing. Just let me adjust this camera a wee little bit. I look like a dwarf. There we go. That's a bit better. Let me just pick the controller up. Yes, so we're here with Thursday night, and it is the Tier 1 assist for AERS season finale. Brazil again, like last night. Are we going to see a bit more action, a bit more battling between the Tier 1? Obviously, they have some assists, I think, that are actually allowed. So we'll see a different range of drivers. But I believe the battle has been amazing all season long between AERT, sorry, and I think it's AMS. I'm just going to double check that 1 second, because Grumpy did tell me earlier on. I've just been a bit busy since, so I do apologise, people. Bit thingy, but it should be a good race, nonetheless. Just because they're a lower tier doesn't mean we're not going to see some action and some good racing. The qualifyings look quite close. The race has been somewhat close between the drivers. So, and yeah, it's between AMS. So it's, and I'll show you the championship in a minute. So AERT and AMS in the battle for the championship here. Who takes it here at Brazil? Let's hope that they've put their best foot forward, their best drivers forward for this one. And they are looking to take this race by the scruff of the neck and go for the victory. But yeah, it has been a season that has been very closely fought. I had a little look over the races, and AMS and AERT got a kind of good start. AMS having, I think, the better of the starts between the pair. Just a couple better results, but AERT have been in there and keeping that ball rolling, and the gap is so small. I mean, let's take a quick look at it while we're sat here chatting. I hope everybody is well in chat. I'm just obviously wrong button. That's last night's. But there you go. So there you see AMS at the top with 495 points, and AERT in at P2 with 492 points. Just 3 points splitting them. And as you can see from the table itself, in them races there, how close it was between the teams in the races. I think JSR have sealed P3 there, so I think they're just going to be out to, keep up the rep and be at the top and be one of the top runners here this evening. You've got Titan Esports team TNT, they're in at P4. Some new names here for me. We've got XPG, Xbox Pro Gamers. We've got Sierra Esports, SET. We've got Virtue. We've got VE. We've got AZR and then UFRT. And as you can see from the table, there is a couple of positions we're fighting for, but them teams have got to do really well against the competitors to nick those positions away from them, getting a really handy result here at Brazil. But yeah, let me get over to the chat. As we get Josh, yes, bro, double stream for AERS. You know it, Josh. You know it, bro. And I think that will be the. I mean, I hope Grumpy allows it moving into next season, but or the whole team. Hope they've been impressed with the season. I know I've missed like one or two races, but sometimes life gets in the way. But yeah, I would like to do both of them next season moving forward. I think it'd be a great opportunity to cover both, as there's still some brilliant talent in both tiers. So yeah, let's hope that we can get that moving come next season. But yeah, it is Brazil, and as we've seen from the championship, just two teams in that fight for the top spot. We'll have a look at who is actually racing. I did have a quick look at it earlier on, and I was a bit like lost with the tier 1 team lineup. But we will try and have a look. So we do have the full lineup. So a bit different cars this evening for the team. So if I do mess up, I do apologise because I am used to tier 1. But AERT are in the Red Bull here this evening with Hasho and Aaron. AMS have Eric and Rev Rob, a name I am familiar with. In for VE, hang on, so before we move forward, AMS are in the V-Carb, so keep an eye on them. VE are in the Williams, they've got 77 GT and Puchatech in driving for them in the Williams. In the McLaren, we've got JSR, and it's Robbie and Liam. In Sierra Esports, yet to be announced. We've got, and they're in the Mercedes. In the Ferrari, it's AZR with Joseph Parkinson and unknown user. Xbox Pro Gamers, they're in the Aston Martin. They've got Bourbon and Exodus. TDR in the Alpine, they've got Turin and a race band. Ultimate Formula Racing team. They're in the Haas. They have Froome and Nutje. And then TTN have Unknown User and Raza Gamer. Raza Gamer, I know that name very well. Them Unknown Users might be people that I don't know. I just genuinely don't know. They could be names. We'll have a look when we actually get into the lobby. But Raza Gamer is a gentleman I know very, very well. And hopefully he has a good race here this evening. So come on, Raza Gamer. Bring it home, lad. Even though you're on a different team, got much respect for Raza. Done a lot of comms on him over the years as well. So let's hope he can get a good position here this evening. But overall, we want AERT to win it. So let's have a look at the Brazil Grand Prix. And let's have a look at the track info. So the first Grand Prix was held back in 1973 with the track length being 4.309 kilometres. The lap record is held by Valtteri Bottas, which is a 1 minute 10.540, and he set that back in 2018 when he was driving for Mercedes. The most pole positions is a shared one, and I mean a big shared one with Ayrton Senna, Mika Häkkinen, Felipe Massa, Rubens Barrichello, Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen, all taking 3 pole positions here. But the man who sits with the most wins is a man who doesn't share that title. It is Michael Schumacher with 4 wins. So it shows that, I think Brazil more than any track with that long DRS straight, with that run down to the start finishing line. You start P2, and you're staying behind P1. That last lap, if you get a good exit, you're definitely winning that race. So yeah. Pull run to turn 1, breaking point 200 meters to that very quite a short one. So let's hope we don't see too much coming together. We did see a bit of tyre rubbing and a bit of wheel hooking through there last night with no assist. So let's hope the lads can keep it nice and clean here this evening. But the no assist was clean. They just bit moments. I mean, it is quite an awkward corner to go through. Set of corners to go through turns 1, 2, and 3. You have got to be really on it. Going side by side through there, and it takes a lot of concentration and a lot of drivability to go side by side through there. So, yeah, it's inevitable to have that kind of contact. But safety car probability is 86%, with your virtual safety car probability being 43%. The pit stop time loss here at the Sao Paulo circuit is 20.8 seconds. There are 15 corners with 2 DRS zones here at Sao Paulo. The first one on the lap starts at just after on the exit of turn 3 on the rundown to turn 4. And then between turns 14 and 15 is the second DRS zone, which then runs down to turn 1. So, yeah, there is all you're in for. I hope you're all ready for this one as much as I am. It should be an absolutely cracking race. Like I said, new teams, not, bit of the unknown, but we do know that the 2 teams that we need to concentrate on here this evening are MS and AERT for that title. We're just going to... Right, I've got bits of my control pad missing, so you'll have to bear with me. What the hell's going on with my controller? And that, it isn't broke, by the way. It can literally, the bits can go back in. And I'm still waiting for a friend request off one of the hash. Oh, let me just get into the chat. It still hasn't sent me an invite. Is Razza in? There we go. We'll wait for Razza. We'll wait for Razza. Hopefully he'll send me an invite. Oh, hang on. We've just had an AMS Eric. Thank you very much, Eric. So let's move over to the lobby. I hope you enjoy this race, people. I am certainly looking forward to it, to see who comes out on top here at Brazil. So let's get into it. So here we are in the lobby. All the drivers starting to flood in. Let's get into spectator mode and sit back and relax and get ready for this one. Are we going to see rain here this evening? We didn't see any last night. Could it play a part here this evening? We'll have to wait and see. But there's Razza in the kick Sauber. Keep an eye on him, see how he does in qualifying, see how he fares up against these boys. But how you lot doing? How are we all on this Thursday evening? Feels a bit weird to be streaming on a Thursday evening, I won't lie. I'm so wasted. Nice. What you been drinking, lad? What you been drinking? Oh, lass. We don't know who that is, but what you been drinking? Oh. As long as you're having a good time, that's all that matters. 14 drivers. Still a few more to come into the lobby before we get underway here for the season finale with the assist. You're in the Haas. Have you just dropped me in? Is it not a rule that you can't drink and drive? Have you not just dropped yourself in it? Hey, if you can pull off a win though, it'd be absolutely legendary. Maybe. Someone's just found a loophole how to get out of a race easy. Come into the commentators chat and say I'm pissed. How you doing, K-Fro? Best of luck in the race, mate. Best of luck in the race. No worries, no worries. Thanks for joining us here, mate. Thanks for joining us and watching along. Massively appreciated. As always, each and every one of you that comes watching these races and has to sit here listening to me, putting up with my voice. You know, I've got to give you at least a thank you. As we get another friend request there, and it's from Froome himself. Yee. Good evening, Titan. How are we doing? Welcome in. And thank you for the follow, K-Fro. Legend. Thank you very, very much. TDR Titan in the chat. Any of you guys know Voller? He was all that was spoke about in no assist. Man's got his own cult following. But shouldn't be too much longer. Still wait for 6 drivers. Where are they all? Come on. Thank you, Titan, for the follow. Massively appreciated. Mini Stig in the Alpine. Oi. I'm without a drink, so just bear with me 1 second. So Titans in the chat think we're having to settle for 5th this season. DNF plus 1 car race ban from last week has killed our momentum. Definitely do that. So GG TTN being a good best of the rest battle. Yeah, unlucky mate, but I mean you can't help what happens. I mean on track. I mean you can. You just don't do stupid things if that's what happened. But at the end of the day, racing's racing. It's going to happen, and as long as we can all come together at the end of the season and have a laugh and a giggle about it, then that's what it's all about. Who are we waiting for? How many more are we waiting for, do we know? We got any admins in the chat? Because I'm sure it was a full group, and surely they know to be in by now. Might speak to Grumpy about people getting points deducted for a late arrival next season. I'm only joking. But yeah, is the weather going to play a part? We didn't see any rain last night. And it would really spice it up if we got it here for the season finale in the assist tier 1. Shouldn't be too much longer to go now. I mean, we did have a team that was yet to be announced, so maybe they're not turning up. And then there is a race ban, so that's 1 driver. So technically there should be 19. 7, 2 minus the 2 for the. Yeah, so it should. If the teams were what they were, I think it's going to be like 17 altogether. Let's get 2 titles in a row. Come on, Grumpy in the chat. Yes, brother, how we doing? Can they get 2 in a row? Yes, Razza! Hello, Taz. It has been a while, mate. It has been a while. I still check in on your channel though, mate. I still have a little watch. Set hasn't shown, so 17. Where's the race integrity? Where's their integrity? As like an esports kind of franchise, like, come on, boys. You're better than that. That's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, they might not have been able to find the drivers, but who knows? If you can't, yeah, exactly. But great to see Razza in the chat. The big man. I hope he does well. Wish you the best of luck in this season finale. But there'll only be one team that'll be back in here this evening. And that'll be AERT. Come on, the boys! Can they do what other teams have only dreamed of doing? Going 2 in a row. Other teams probably have done it, but I don't know the history books. Grumpy will know better than me. So just one more driver we await. And this season finale will be underway. So Grumpy, anyway, are you down for that? Both tiers next season. Covering both. Because I'm more than up for it. Oh, Grumpy, you didn't have to, you legend. You didn't have to, but thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Means a lot, that. Cheers, bro. It's probably so we don't have to have any ads. But it's still, it's the thought that counts. But yeah, Grumpy, if you heard me, lad, what say thee? Does thee say aye? Watch him ghost me. Now after subbing. I'm actually getting nervous now because he's not saying anything. It's like, sorry, Ty, you're getting sacked. You're getting sacked in the morning. After this one, thanks, 30p45, son, on your way. But here we go, people. The countdown is on to qualifying. If you are new to F1 League Racing, majority of it is short qualifying, which consists of 18 minutes of qualifying, and then we'll have a 50% race, which is 36 laps. Let's see what happens in this one. We got Mini Stig in the chat. Yes, Mini Stig, how's it going? Best of luck. Best of luck, Mini Stig. You got this. The one-man team can bring home a big haul of points. It's just how you handle yourself on this circuit, how you handle this race. So best of luck, fella. No rain. And I bet there's no rain for the race either. Well, at least we've got a race to watch. And here we go. Qualifying is going to be getting underway. Who will hit the circuit first here this evening? Already action in the pit lane. Early out for a couple of drivers here. So is it my main man Razza Gamer? No, he's in the pits. So it'll be Sly Suzuki who hits the circuit first. Be the first to put a lap in here this evening. I wonder what kind of lap times we're going to be seeing from these boys. They'll still be very, very quick. But are they going to be anywhere near the big dogs that we were watching last night? As looks like we've got an Alpine that just wants to get on with it. Kind of a deja vu moment there, but with different cars. Was it FRT Justin that wanted to get on with the race last night? I think it was one of them, and it was in Sector 2 as well. But we do have an Alpine of Mini Stig. Here he is. He was in the chat before. Mini Stig. Best of luck on this lap, bro. Show him what you've got. It's Mini Stig on the run down to the start finishing line now. He's got the DRS. And here we go. He's got turn 1 in front of him. Let's see what he does. Turn 1. Nicely over the curb. Looking quite neat and tidy through there. Through turn 3. Good exit. Now it's to turn 4. Let's have a look at the sector split. A 17.164 there from Mini Stig. As he now moves into sector 2. And has this sweeping right uphill. You got hard braking into turn 8. Down the hill into 9. I always have a bit of trouble with traction on the exit of that. Have faith, lad. But here we go, Mini Stig. Sector 2 split coming up, and it's a 51.612 from Mini Stig. He's got a couple of corners to go here. Has he set the standard? Is this going to be provisional pole after a few more cars cross the line? But for the time being, it will be the top spot, and it's a 107.405. Who will be next to cross the line? It will be Sly Suzuki. And across the line they go. And it's a provisional pole for them at 107.229. As Kuba Racing comes across the line in P3 for 107.669. I need to write down. So, AERT, Red Bull. Yeah. And one of them is out on the circuit. It is Hasho, and he has invalidated the lap. Let's have a look at AMS Caden. Who is going to have the early advantage here in qualifying? Looks like Sly Suzuki and Raza Gamer in a good, strong position so far. And it's AMS Eric and AMS Rev Rob. You need to be keeping your eye on against AERT. Not AMS Caden, who we are on board with currently. He's driving in the Ferrari. We've got Partik in the chat. Good evening. Did you ever commentate in a league called DRL? I don't think so, mate. And thank you very much, Kiki, for the follow. But I remember pretty much all the ones I've done, and I don't ever remember a DRL. So unfortunately, no. But yeah, on board with Caden, currently going through Sector 2. As we see him throwing it through turn 8 there. But welcome in, Kiki. Welcome in. So AMS Caden now making his way to the Sector 2 split. Here it is. It's a 51.344 there. I think that may put him on the back foot against Mini Stig, at least. But here comes AMS Caden. It's to the line. And it's going to be a 107.301. Caden going P2. Nice there from Caden. Jumping Mini Stig. UFRT do good. Let's hope they do. Hash home, mate. What's that lap? Let's get down to Aaron. Aaron with a 51.153 there. This is going to be a handy time from Aaron if he's got the final few corners correct. It's to the line, and it is. It's provisional pole for the AERT boy. It's a 106.956 for Aaron, the first of the drivers into the 106s here this evening. What a lap. Let's have a look at F4 HD in the Williams. He's on an out lap currently. Let's have a look at the other drivers. We've got JSR Robbie. Let's see what Robbie can do. A 51.304. That was in and around Caden and Mini Stig. So how is Rob going to split them? Or is he going to topple the pair of them and move into P3? Here we go. Rob to the line. And it's a 107.158. Rob moves into P2. Let's have a look at AMS Eric. AMS need a good result now. They need to get up into that top 3. If they want to stop AERT taking the title here this evening, they need to pull the socks up in qualifying. Hashho needs a better lap than that, I feel. Quite off the pace, you'd say, compared to Aaron and Rob. Some 0.4 of a second. Half a second to his teammate. But here comes Eric. Power down. It's going to be to the line. And here we go. Eric comes across the line. It's P1 for Eric. He gets AMS above AERT. And now it's back to AERT. Balls in their court. Aaron and Hashho. What have you got against that time? Let's have a look at F4 HD. A 51.557. I'd say that puts him at least around P9. As he comes up to the line, here we go. P7. Not bad, not bad. Let's have a look at Razza Gamer. He's looking to improve on a 107.780. As I said, done comms for a long time on this lad. Let's hope he can get this lap together. We've got Botty in the chat. How are we doing, Botty? If Robbie takes us out, it's therefore on purpose. He lost his head in the Ooh. Could be a bit of danger in the race here this evening. Well, from what I can see in chat, at least, anyway. As Razza Gamer into Sector 2, midway. Making his way to turn 10. Quite a lot of traffic there in front of him. Let's hope that they see Razza and know to get out of the way. Let's have a look at the sector split from Razza. Has he improved? He's up by nearly 0.4 of a second here, Razza. His time will currently put him in the top 5. Can he find more time through sector 3? There's going to be a fat slipstream here for Razza Gamer as he goes up to the line. Oh, they moved out of the way, but he might gain a little bit. And it's a 107.304. Razza Gamer P6 now. With that improvement. Is Hashho out on circuit? He is, but an invalidation again through the early corners for the AERT driver. Sees him backing out. Let's have a look at the Haas boys. Let's have a look at this one more importantly. He's meant to be pissed. Let's have a look what Froome can do. Froome's first lap. I tell you what, for being on the vodka, it looks nice and clean. He must be one of them really good drunk drivers. As he now makes his way through turn 10, down through 11. And a 51.615. That's going to see him, I think, near Cuba Racing. Might even be P11 here for QSR Froome. But here they come to the line. It's P10. Goes into P10 there. We've got Joseph out already. Let's have a look at Bob and Boy. Let's see what they can do here. The only driver yet to set a lap. Still got AMS Rev Rob that needs to set a proper lap. But Aaron answers straight back to Eric with a 106.779. Now the ball back in AMS's court. Hashho needs to pull his socks up. 6.767. And Bob and Boy backed out of the lap. I think there's Eric. Eric's, I think, on another go here. So let's watch Eric's next run. Is there going to be any improvement? Let's have a look at the Sector 1 split here for Eric. No improvements through Sector 1, but there could be a lot of time in Sectors 2 and 3 for the AMS driver. As now they're making their way through into turn 6. Then it's 7. Hard braking for turn 8. Downhill into turn 9. And now turn 10. Can catch a few drivers out. Will we see side-by-side action from there? It is a corner that you can overtake in if you're close, if you've got the tyres. Can throw maybe a little bit of a late lunge into that corner if the gap's there. But here we go with Eric. Has Eric found enough time? I missed the Sector 2 split, but here comes the start-finish line. And Eric does find time, but not enough to topple Aaron. Hashol goes into P4, finally gets a lap together. And could be in a good position to help his teammate out here, but Rev Rob is leaving it till the final 5 minutes to get this. It needs to get, I would say, at least 2 runs at it to try and get near his teammate, because at the minute he's pretty much handing AERT the title. So Rev Rob with it all to do here to try and help his teammate out. Eric can't do it alone with the other team having 2 drivers in the top 5. It's just not going to be capable for AMS. Is there anybody out on the circuit actually putting a lap together? Let's have a look at F4HD. Let's see if they're improving. Just making the way through Sector 2 as we speak now. F4HD currently with a 107.260. And I think, ooh, bit of a step out there. That would have lost a lot of time. I think they were on the way into the pits anyway. But yeah, that would have lost them quite a lot of time on the lap there, that little mistake. But now everybody into the pit lane. And Aaron on the top spot. And everybody still one more run to go. As we just see an Alpine leaving the pit lane there. Mini Stig once again out early. Go Eric, go, says Kiki in the chat. But let's jump on board with Mini Stig. No, it's not Mini Stig. It should have. Oh, it must have been Cuba Racing, sorry. And it was. Looks like an Alpine from the back. But here we go. Cuba Racing, P13, a 107.669. He needs to improve on that lap time. Mini Stig and Sly also out on circuit. So Mini Stig is out on circuit. I knew he was. Mini Stig right in behind Sly. And I think Sly letting Mini Stig pass there. Yeah, it does. So here we go, Cuba. Could be the final run of the evening for Cuba Racing. And they're looking to improve on a 7.669. Let's see what they can do. Here comes the lap. Turn 1 looking kind of nice there. Bit of a bounce on the exit. And now it's the DRS zone. The first on the lap. And not found any time in Sector 1. It is quite a hard place to improve Sector 1. Such a tricky couple of corners to navigate. Turns 1, 2 and 3. So it is very rare that you do see drivers gaining a lot unless they've made a massive mistake through turn 1, 2 and 3. But Cuba Racing now coming up to turn 10. Just one more corner after this and we will see the Sector 2 split. Has there been an improvement through Sector 2 for Cuba? There has. There's been a massive improvement through Sector 2 from Cuba. Over a 3/10 improvement now. Have they got more time in these final few corners? Cuba Racing currently going to be around P9. What happened there? A 107.307 goes into P10. Getting close with these times. Jesus. But the main 2 are out on circuit. Let's watch Aaron for the final time in qualifying here. Well, he could go again if he makes a mistake. He's got time in hand. But let's see if he can improve with this run. It's down to you, Aaron. Here we go. The run to the start finishing line. And here we go. Turn 1 in front of him. Is there going to be any improvement through Sector 1 for Aaron? Like I said, it is very fine margins whether you improve. And I think he may have just backed out of that. Got a bit of a wobble mid-corner. Yeah, definitely backed out of that. Let's have a look at Eric. And I think they're all just sizing up turn 1, 2 and 3 here. I think even Eric deciding that they're going to hold on, burn some fuel, and go for it on that final lap. They've got plenty of time to make it to the start-finishing line. This makes it so hard to keep track of who's actually putting in a lap. I think Mini Stig is up through sector 2, so Mini Stig looking to improve. Will the improvements be enough to topple Caden? Here comes Mini Stig to the line. And Mini Stig with a 107.167. Goes, I think, stays exactly where they were, to be honest. Yeah, P7. Raza Gamer out on a lap. Let's see where Aaron is. And he's right here. Trying to get a good run down to turn 1. So here we go. Is this going to be the lap from Aaron that keeps him on that top step? Or is Eric going to topple him? Eric's a bit further back. You should see him coming round the final corner. I think that's him back there. And Aaron, he's got to go for it now. Whether he loses a load of time or not. Very close to the back of that Williams there. And he loses a bit of time, but there's still sectors 2 and 3 where he needs the grip from these softs. Pretty much in sector 2. He needs to use it all through sector 2. As much of that grip as possible. Because, like, the sector 3's only got one braking point. And that is turn 12. Come on, Aaron. Have you found the time? Here he comes through turn 11. Sector split coming up. Is there an improvement? There is a small improvement from Aaron, but an improvement's still an improvement. He found over half a tenth through sector 2. Has he found any more time in sector 3? It's Aaron to the line, and it's a 106.746, and he does improve. Not by much, but Eric comes across the line and beats him. But Hasho has put himself in P3. Where's Caden? Caden back into the pits. And what a qualifying we've just had. Eric does topple Aaron. But AERT have put themselves in such a strong position in this finale. P2 and 3 here. And if they can get past Eric and control the pace from the front, I believe it will be a back-to-back victory for them. Yeah, Rev Rob didn't get on with it. Should be very, very interesting. Eric's got to keep them split. He has to keep them split. He cannot let both of them get past him. Because if you've got two lads that can work well together and have done a few races with one another, easily keep him behind. Easily keep him behind. Seen it time and time again. But great qualifying there. Absolutely brilliant. Eric gonna be sweating those first few corners. Oh yes, because I mean, one of them's got to try and go for it. I mean, is weather gonna play a part? Come on, does anybody know if we're gonna see any rain in this race or what? Or is it just gonna be overcast? Because it does look very overcast. Could rain be moving in at some point? As we get Mark F1 also with the 6-7s in the chat. How are we doing, Mark? Qbacks with the follow. Thank you very much. Massively appreciated. you join us here for round 14, and it is the season finale. And we are at Sao Paulo, Brazil. AMS on top. As we get VE Jack as well. Thank you very much, sir, for the follow. Massively appreciated and welcome in. Let's hope we get another countdown. I was actually blessed with a countdown last night. When you're a commentator, you need that countdown, or sometimes it just goes straight to the, like, red lights, and then boom, you go in. But it was nice to get a countdown. No care about your own driver. Senior Titan. Hey, well played, Mini Stig. Good effort, lad. Quality name, by the way, as well. That sounds a bit ominous, that. I trust you'll do what needs to be done. It has like a certain undertone that there could be mischief at play. Tired. Sounds like a boss saying to his henchmen, you know what needs to be done. You know who you need to take out. You know he's on the shit list. But shouldn't be much longer to go now until the season finale gets underway. And it's AMS versus AERT into turn 1. Can AERT get the job done and get both drivers past? I mean, on the first lap. I mean, if they can, then it puts them in a very commanding place in the race. And then now they've got to be talking strategy as well. Are they splitting the strategy? Is someone going mediums? Is someone going hards? Like, what is the play here for the teams now? A lot of things being decided in the background. Good luck, Mini Stig. Best of luck, pal. Have a great race. And here we go. It's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights for the season finale here at AERS. And we are underway. That was fucking perfect timing with the lights there. That was cracking. And they have gone on the attack early. AERT trying to get past Eric. But Eric, strong defence there into turn 1. You can see McLaren coming back onto the track there. Nearly taking out a Ferrari in the background. And has that McLaren got a overtake thing? They haven't picked up a penalty as of yet. Raza Gamer going past his teammate there, moving up into P8. Got side-by-side action with Mini Stig as they move up through turn 6. Raza backing out there, knowing that is not the best of places to go side-by-side with any driver. Rev Rob already up into piece. He's having a right good old scrap here with the other Rob in the McLaren, and he gets to P5. That helps the team. That helps the points. So good start from tier 1 here in the season finale. All 16 drivers getting away nicely, some gaining position, some losing position, but really good start here from the drivers. And now it's time for AERT to settle in, and if they've got a strategy in mind, it's time to start pulling it off. I think Aaron, probably with the pace to take it to Eric, and maybe Hashhole could hold on to P3, because he does look a bit slower than the other two. but he is still within DRS range, so it still puts him within a shot. Some might say Robbie. No, that's a tongue twister. Let's have a look at the tyres. I know and every single driver opting for the mediums. No one going for the hard compounder tyres here, trying to go for that alternate strategy. Everyone opting for the mediums. Always there's a bit of contact there. Rob trying to go for it, pulls out late. I think he caught the back of Caden there. Caught Caden out a little bit. Rob going wide into turn 1, but does get the position, and now it's up into P2. But it's Robbie coming back. Or will Rob and Rob stop having this switching of positions? But Rev Rob does get the move done. And he's now, Robbie gets the move done, and he's up into P4. I think if anything, AERT are going to be hoping that Robbie holds on to that position. But look at this now. Aaron has managed to get the move done. Let's go, Raza Gamer flying up into P6. And he's got very good race pace as Raza. So, you know, don't count him out. He could definitely be in with a shout at battling for a potential podium if this pack doesn't split too much. Already Robbie 1.6 seconds off the back of the front three, and now it's all down to the top 3. Who's gonna win? Is Eric gonna outscore the AERT boys, or is it gonna be the AERT boys 1 and 2? As Rob does manage to get past, but he's got a lot of time to close down if he wants to try and help his teammate out here. But rather, very good start from a lot of drivers here. We've got a bit of a battle going on here. I don't quite know what's going on here, but it looks like these two are having a right set to out on circuit. Yeah, no to just good start from in a position that I expect them to be, with being on the vodka down in P13. And very close to the back of Wainwright here is Joseph. We'll check back in with them later, but I think them two have been making a bit of contact with one another. Rev Rob has managed to close that gap down to 1.4 seconds. He's gained half a second here trying to get the DRS off the front three. And they pull away once again with the aid of the DRS. And that's just going to be the case on every lap for Rob. Rob might close that gap up, but then it will open up once again once the drivers get into that DRS. But he does seem quite strong through Sector 2, does Rob. Brings that gap straight down, whether it be the aid of ERS that he does so. But he does close that gap. You can see really, really closing that gap here on lap 5. I mean, is it me, or does this circuit look like it's getting that little bit darker? Which, of course, track temperature will be lower, be helping the tyres keep them in that range. But on, like, after they come out after the pit stops, might be a little bit harder with tyre warm up on the hard compounded tyres. We know the tyre warm up can be quite hard with the hards, and track temperature definitely plays a part in that. So still as they were on the previous lap, and this is where it slows down into a DRS train, as we've got Daniel Mass in the chat. How we doing? Hope you are well. But Joseph out already. Joseph retiring from this one. Now down to just 15 drivers here for the season finale. Yeah, he's not having a bad race, is Caden, to be honest. In P7. Seems like he's got decent pace. He's, you know, keeping it in light for a P4. So, he's in the right place to be battling. But I don't know how this puts everything if it stays like this, to be fair. I think AERT would win it if it was to end like this. I'm not sure. People will have to do the math for me, but I'm sure if it stayed like this, AERT would win the championship for a second season in a row. And there we go. Wainwright out on lap 7, down to just 14 drivers now. Let's hope they all stay in it. But yeah, DRS trains now all settled down. Nobody really making any moves. People trying to conserve the tyres, take them that little bit longer than maybe the driver in front of them. Just so they have that the better tyres come the end of the race. But I think Rob has give up on the pursuit of trying to close down the top 3 now. It's just going to be using too much of his ERS to try and close that gap. But he has got some very, very good pace. Robbie, even with the DRS, whether he's just saving tyres, like I say, whether this is now the strategy just to set in at the time. So, right, thank you very much for that, Kiki. Massively appreciated. So, in reality, Rob has just got it all to do. He's got to try and close down the gap. He's got to be hoping for a bit of side-by-side action up at the front, or maybe Eric trying to slow down Aaron and Hasho through sector 2. It would be the perfect place to do it, but Eric's just he's got to get in that lead position. Let's have a look at the top 3 as they make the run down to turn 1, and Aaron's showing some really strong pace. But I'll be honest, if Rob was up with Hasho and Aaron and Eric, this would be one hell of a fight. Because Rob, like I said, he looks handy through sector 2. Looks like he's got strong pace through there. Might be running, you know, a bit higher wings through there, but definitely has the pace through there. Seems to catch at least 3 to 4 tenths every time he goes through sector 2. Look, as you can see, time coming down now, 1.9 seconds now. So, Rob, very, very strong through sector 2. It's just a shame all the battling with other Rob has cost him that chance of maybe fighting with the top 3. But we will see the pit stop phase start to come into the race very soon. I reckon around lap 14. Could see someone try and go as early as 13, but we're just seeing Eric having a little look there. And I think, was that Aaron just slowing Eric down a bit there to keep Hasho in DRS? Looked like Hasho was just dropping out a little bit. And Aaron playing the team game there. Knows that he can't let Hasho get into no man's land on his own. Needs to keep him with him. I think if anything, Hasho tries going for the undercut on Eric here. I think that'd be the play for me. If I was like the team, sort of like engineer or leader. Definitely be like, get Hasho in early. Maybe a lap or two early, and try and get him out in front of Eric, and then maybe get him hold Eric up a little bit, so then Aaron comes out once again in the lead. There's so many ways that this race can go, and there's be so many strategies being talked about. Eric trying to have a little look. Aaron parking that Red Bull right in the middle, and Hashole is struggling. I mean, I think Eric is pushing with the ERS, so Hashole is dropping back a little bit in the DRS zone, but then obviously it gains it straight back because he's able to brake when he wants into turn one. He's got that freedom. Doesn't feel like he has to slam on the brakes and take avoiding action. He can just take the corner as he wants, being in that gap. And I think that's a nice gap too I have into turn one. So Hashole playing the game well here. And I mean, Aaron's playing it very, very well. But you can see Eric trying to set up that final corner, trying to have that extra pace going into turn 12 to try and close the gap to Aaron. Aaron now looking to defend. Eric's tried it for the past couple of laps here to get past. And Aaron once again just parks that Red Bull right in front of Eric and says, "Come at me, bro." Yeah, as you can see, like Eric now not even trying to go on the attack, so Hashole's staying quite close to the back of Eric there. It is splitting up quite a bit now. We've got three different battles on track. We've got the battle for P4 and the battle for P12 that Mini Stig currently leads, and he's got quite a lot of fresh air in front of him as Cuba Racing is 3.2 seconds back. We've got From, who's on 3-lap old hard compounder tyres, down in P14, and he's gone early with the pit stop. Looks like Eric once again trying to set up that final corner. And it looks like Eric is actually going for it here. He's getting very close to the back of that Red Bull, but not close enough. It's almost like he's trying to spook Aaron into turn one, but Aaron's staying very composed, calm, cool and collected. As we see Cuba Racing with a 10-second time penalty speeding into the pit lane. Is that going to be another DNF? Cuba Racing staying in it. Well played, Cuba. See a lot of drivers giving up when they get that 10-second time penalty. He better not. But yeah, very, very good races up at the front. And I'm gone. Has someone gone for a very, very early undercut here? Rev Rob is going to be giving it everything on these outlaps, trying to get in front of Hashole. He's got a lot of time to find, but with them fresher hard tyres, and now Aaron and Eric into the pit, and Hashole has to stay out. And that could put Hashole in a fight with Rob. We'll have to see where Hashole comes out after his pit stop. He'll definitely be pitting at the end of the lap. He's on lap 14. But I think Aaron and Eric easily going to come out in front of Rob here. Where's Rob? Rob coming round turn 3. This could be close, this. He could get... He's getting very, very... He's getting right in the mix now. And this is going to split the teams. This is where the battle begins. It's going to be AERT versus AMS. Oh my god. And now it's where Hashole comes out. Hashole's got to be pushing. He needs to use all his ERS. He's got to get that car as quick as he can to the pits. He's got to get out in that fight. I think he's going to come out behind Eric. I think that's it. I think he's going to be he's definitely coming out behind Eric. Well, now let's look in on Aaron, Eric and Rob. Here they are coming through a turn 14. He's trundling. And it looks like he's going to lose that position to... But is that... I thought I seen Rob just run wide there. Rob has made a mistake, so it's going to cost him time. Is the other Rob also going to get Hasho here? Hasho trying to get out of the pits as quick as he can. We've seen him making contact, and that's 2 positions lost for Hasho. And he has got it all to do here now, and I think that is ball put directly in AMS's court here. So we got Bourbon and Sly Suzuki out on track. Gonna be the last ones to pit. Are they gonna go for it again? Now they do pit. And now here is the battle for the lead of the race, and Aaron's got to be feeling the pressure here. Rob, bit further back, he doesn't quite have the pace, but Eric already trying to put Aaron under pressure, and Aaron parking that Red Bull again perfectly, so that Eric had no way through around the outside. He perfectly positioned that car, but Eric's still going on the attack. Aaron trying to defend, but I think Eric's going to get through here, and Eric does. Hasho got to get a move on. He needs to help his teammate out. Now, like I said earlier on, where Eric probably needed to get into the lead and slow down, you know, Hasho and Aaron to get Rob back in. Now, Aaron has got that job to do himself. He has to get past, and he has to slow him down, get Hasho back within DRS range. And he is very close. He's closer than Eric has been on the exit of turn 12. Eric's always been about half a second back, where Aaron has made this overtake look very easy here. And now moves into the Hasho pushing a fastest lap of the race, a 109.700. Hasho pushing. But like I said, now Aaron has to play the team game. Is he going to slow down AMS through Sector 2? To help Hasho get back within range. Needs to wait for like the tricky part going up the hill. You can see he is slowing him down. And here will be the braking. He'll be able to slow him right down mid-corner, maybe braking that little bit more. And as you can see, Hasho getting closer and closer and closer. Has Aaron done enough through Sector 2 to get him back within DRS range? Hasho's pushing. Is he going to get it? Aaron can slow him down once more, just allowing him that little bit more time. And there we go, Aaron with the great team job there, getting his teammate back within DRS range and getting him back in this fight for the championship. This is going to be on a knife edge come the end of it. I'm getting so excited. Like... You have no idea. I am sat up in my chair. I am ready for this. I hope you lot are too. This is going to be one hell of a battle. AMS will win by 11 points. If it stays like this, AMS win it by 1 point. Oh my god. Hasho outside of DRS range again. And Eric's trying to, Aaron's trying to push. You've also got Rob trying to force his way through there on Aaron. And this is costing him time in the pursuit of Eric. He doesn't want to get in too much of a battle with Rob. You don't want to lose the DRS here. I think Rob just trying to unsettle Aaron there. And Aaron won't be able to go for it on this lap. But that battling did bring Hasho back into DRS range. Hasho needs to get in front of Rob. Caden has left the session, unfortunately. This is getting spicy. It's a lot spicier than the no assist tier last night anyway, because you got both of the contenders for the championship in P1 and 2. And the fight on the final few laps is going to be immense. Check if they have wing damage, saw a few wings flip off. Right, so no wing damage. No damage there. I think you might have seen like the stuff that usually fires up off the ground. I don't know why it does it, but it's absolutely daft. No damage there, no damage there. So front four, no damage, unless it's damage we can't see. And Hasho looking to set up a run on Rob, as well as Aaron. Aaron's not got the final corner that he needed. We've seen him a lot closer than that. And maybe Aaron just taking his time here, saving some tyres for that final fight. AMS going to play dirty, let's hope not. Well, it's the fight that we'll be watching for the rest of this race, because it is the fight for the championship. Here goes Aaron, he's getting closer and closer. Is he going to go for the move? No, he doesn't, he stays settled in. And we've already seen like Rob trying to send it on Aaron, trying to unsettle him. So let's hope we don't see any more of them. Kind of, it was a bit of a late lunge from Rob. But this is an absolutely thrilling race. We're here on lap 20. We've got 16 to go. And the two contenders for the title are right here on your screen. The four drivers all coming through at turn 12. And it's who is going to win. Get your votes in the chat, people. Come on. Whether you're an AMS driver, AERT driver, it doesn't matter who you drive for. Who are you saying is going to win this race? Is it going to be AMS or is it going to be AERT, as we've got a hat off in Sector 2? That's from... maybe he's just had one vodka too many. As we see Aaron going on the attack. Is Aaron going to get into the lead? Eric's got the outside line. Aaron with the inside line. Bit of wheel locking there. Bit of tyre banging. Aaron trying to get the move done. Trying to stay in front. And he gets the move done there. Great. I tell you what, that took a lot of guts to keep that line through there. Are we going to start to see the games being played between the teams? Now Eric's got to go for it. He's quite close to the back of Aaron. We've seen Aaron this close before, and he got the move done with the DRS. As we get Dingling in the chat, we've got AGW as well. How we doing? But yeah, I think the race win's going to come down to these two. It's going to come between Eric and Aaron. And then we're going to have Rob and Hasho battling out for P3. Such a shame, like, when a driver has to stay out. We knew Hasho was going to lose position to Rob. When we seen Rob, I mean, nearly get past Aaron. So, Robbie with a 3-second time penalty there. Robbie P5, and he does have the time in hand to Razagamer, who is in at P6. Raz has had, you know what, he's had a good race. From where he started, gained a few positions. Just wasn't really able to keep that pace, as we see Aaron going for the move down the inside into turn 1. And I tell you what, he's done some brilliant overtakes this race as Aaron. Learn no line, lad. For We need someone with them kind of balls in fucking no assist. I mean, no assist, don't get me wrong, like, but Aaron is really trying to, he's like, you don't see anybody really changing position, and Aaron's trying to go for the lead of the race every race. Which, I mean, every lap, which is great to see. Yeah, I mean, it is hard to overtake in the trains, but when you're seeing someone actually go for it and take that move, when you're so used to not seeing it, it's absolutely brilliant. Because I'm not used to seeing, like, the swapping as much up at the front with doing no assist. So Aaron, comfortable enough gap on the run down to turn 1. He knows he's not going to come under any pressure from Eric. He might get close, but he won't get close enough for an overtake. But Eric's still sending it anyway. Oh, and there's contact. Eric, if you're a gentleman and you're a good racer, you'll surrender that position. Because that contact into turn 1 was not good. Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, any more contact like that from Eric, Hashhope might have a free move. But that was... Eric should have known better and just backed out of that fight after the contact into turn 1. As we get XT Joseph leaving the session there. Canal, how long's he been in here? In DNF, like lap 5, weren't it, or something? So Eric a bit closer now. May be able to get this move done into turn 1. Against Aaron. Aaron looking like he's shaping up a defence here. He is. He's just parking that Red Bull where it needs to be. But he sees Eric coming, and Eric shoots it down the inside. And another good overtake there. A lot better than the previous lap. But I think Aaron very wise to it there. I think he knew that he just needs to kind of give him the space, or he is going to make contact with him. But I tell you what, Rev Rob, probably out of the top 4, has had probably the better race out of the drivers, to be fair. I mean, from where he started in the race to where he is now, good improvement. Very, very good improvement from Rob. And like I said, he's got some strong pace through Sector 2. As we get Notja with the 3-second time penalty. Now the time penalties are starting to creep in as the laps close down. Now Aaron probably close enough to go for a move, but is he just going to have a lap off here? Yeah, it looks like he is. Just saving the tyres. Letting Eric do all the work. But Hashhole really needs to get a move on. I'm sure Grumpy is thinking the same thing. What was the full time commentator? Yeah, it was a 6-7. Yeah, 6-7. No, it was Eric. Eric got pole. But Aaron... Eric is like trying to push him, but Aaron there keeping hold of the position. I think he is just trying to slow him down a bit, as Eric is really trying to get past it. They're side by side as they go through a turn 11. And Aaron getting the better of Eric there, gets the move done. But this has put Rev Rob really close to the back of Eric as well. So if Rev Rob decides to go for it here, which doesn't look like he had the exit to really go for it. Yeah, if he would have had a better exit there, as Aaron staying in it into turn 1. Bit of wheel banging between the pair. And that means the two behind get even closer. And now Rev Rob looking to size up a move here on Aaron. Aaron doesn't need this. He needs to keep the position. Rev Rob trying to go down around the outside. Aaron squeezing him, trying to keep the position. More banging. Oh, Aaron there a bit of retaliation, and I think Rob has just tapped Aaron off there. The little bit of contact, and I think Aaron's corner cutting now to try and catch back up. That was some very, very dirty fighting there. And I think that has literally just cost AERT a back-to-back championship. That is... Yeah, you did call it. Now it's time to watch Hasho do nothing. This guy stinks. I mean, he really do. I think Hasho needs to get a fire underneath him now after seeing that, and he's got to race, but he's got to race cleanly as well. There's no point trying to retaliate. I know that's probably the easiest thing for Hasho to do right now, but it is definitely a thing of he needs to start putting the pressure on, trying to almost make them make mistakes by putting the pressure on that heavily. And I mean, Aaron has lost pace. Even Rob's leaving him now. He's outside of DRS. And I'm sure that this driver's absolutely fuming. As Aaron does get back within DRS range there nicely. But if I was Rob, I'd close up and I'd let him pass me and let him go and fucking battle him. I'm sure that's lit a fire under Aaron. Not many laps to go here, but let's see what he can do. Yeah, Raza P6. If he can just stay within DRS range, maybe he can get in a bit of a fight with Robbie, sorry, and try and steal a P5. Who knows? He's got to, yeah, Hasho, he's got to. Get in his ear, Josh, come on. Tell him, lad. We know that Aaron will be setting up a nice exit out of turn 12. And he sets that up so well out of turn 12. Seen it time and time again from him. As the Haas, once again, off the track there from chucking in the pits, mate. And finish it off with a shot. Like, Jesus Christ. Let me go, VC, actually. Come on, he needs that fire putting in him, Josh. And there it is! There's the send! Hasho down the inside! Has he done enough to get the move done? More contact! Come on, Hasho! Get the move done, son! Just not enough, but now Robbie's getting involved and Robbie's going for the move. Robbie steals a position and AERT down again. And now this is where Rev plays the games and try and holds up the pair of AERT. Come on, Robbie, don't hold him up. Don't hold him up. Let him go, let him go, let him go. Robbie, I know you want positions, bro, but let this battle unfold. Let it play out. Give the fans what they want, Robbie, and he has done. Go on, son, he's listening. Known by hey. I'm the AERT commentator, mate. Like, come on. Like, I've got to show support for my boys. I love all these racers. I think Eric and AMS, you know what I mean? They're all right, but there's been some dirty play. But I was hired by Mr. Grumpy. But I mean, Robbie, he's had a solid drive. Robbie's had a very solid drive. He's now got Raza Gamer on the back of him due to all that battling. So I did say watch out for Raza. He could be ended up fighting for a P5 here. I mean, is all that battling cost AERT's tyres though? Has all that trying to get past really cost them? Yeah, I think they do. Up the AMS. Says Gibble in the chat. Yes, Gibble, how's it going, lad? How are we doing, son? But here we go into another lap, and it's AERT. And they've got it all to do due to some questionable contact. And it looked like a very forceful shove from Rob to push Aaron off the circuit. AMS fanboy right here, guys. I'm good, Gibbo, mate. I'm good, man. Nice to see you in the chat again, brother. But yeah, all to do up front. Let's have a check in on Razza and Robbie. Does it look like we've got Razza Gamer trying to size up a move here on Robbie? He's still, I mean, any mistake from the front lot could see Robbie and Razza on the podium. And they just need to stay close. All Robbie and Razza need to do is stay close, because I've got a very, very big feeling that it is going to be very, very spicy these final few laps. Multi 1-2, Hasho. Multi 1-2. I think Hasho does need to let Aaron by. And let it, because I think if any, out of the two, he's got the drive, and this is no disrespect to Hasho. I think he's got the drive to try and take it to Rob and then try and take it to Eric. This guy stinks. AG, has he took you out at some point? But yeah, I mean, all Robbie and Razza really have to do is just watch on. Robbie does have that time penalty. Will it be removed at the end of the race? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see next season. I'll give you the verdicts on that stewards report. But yeah, I think the stewards are going to be quite busy at the end of this one with the contact that's been happening. We see Mini Stig with another 3-second time penalty. That's not getting removed. Alright. Also, it's a 10-second time penalty for Robbie. Also, Razza does get P5. Oh, nice. Come on, Asho, just let him by. Multi 21. Oh, whatever it fucking is. Multi 21, Asho. Multi 21. Oh, he listened. He listened. So just, I mean, it's not giving him a lot of laps to try and go on the attack, but here we go. Can Aaron do anything to try and get past either Rob or Eric? He needs Rob, theoretically, this lap. He needs to get past him into turn 1. Or at the end of the next lap, and then try and get Eric in that DRS zone once again on the final lap. Oh, the 66. A straight on fucking send down turn 1. And I think probably it is a wrap. But I don't think the season's going to be over after this, like at the end of this. I think that contact is going to cost AMS. I mean, we can't really I mean, from what we've seen, it looked like Rob did give Aaron a shove, but then there was a lot of shoving going on between all three of them, Eric, Rob, and Aaron. So send it now, yeah, send it. They're not even like. It's just I think Aaron and Hasho maybe just accepting that they could potentially win this in the stewards rather than in the race. AMS gonna bottle somehow. They're gonna throw the Ferrari strat on the final lap. I blame Hashup. Go on, AJ. But here we go, people. It's the season finale, final lap. And AERT have got to do something. Aaron's got to try and get by 2 cars. And I don't even think that'd see him win it, to be honest. But like I said, don't think this race is going to be over when the cars cross the line. I think this is going to be going to the stewards for the contact in this very part of the circuit some laps ago. But I mean, Eric still has had a good race. Rob, been a few questionable moments. A questionable send on Aaron a bit earlier on in the race. But for the time being, it looks like it's going to be an AMS victory here for the final race of the season. It's been a hectic one. It's been an enjoyable one. It's been full of drama. It's had it all here in the season finale. Assist Tier 1. And Eric is going to be the Brazil champion here for this final race of the season, with Rob getting P2, Aaron and Hashol P3 and 4. Raza Gamer gets P5. Could Raza actually sneak some positions with the stewards' inquiry as well? There could be time penalties handed out, who knows? But that is everything. I don't think AMS are going to take that victory. I think there's going to be a massive stewards' inquiry into that one. And well done, Aaron. Yeah, but that's massive. Well done, Aaron. He looks like he had the pace all race long. It's just been a shame that the games were kind of played. He played the games right. Through Sector 2, he slowed AMS down, did it the right way, but then AMS, it's just my opinion on what I've seen. I'm not going in on the drivers, but I think that they could potentially lose. I think, if anybody, it's going to be Rob that loses a position. Might lose a couple of positions with a time penalty. Who knows? Because there was, I think, at least 2 situations that Rob was involved in. But that has been the season finale here for the AERS Championship. And for the time being, as I said, AMS are the champions. And I do that with quotes. But yeah, they are your champion until the stewards get involved. So, absolutely brilliant race once again, people, here. And I'll be giving you updates on when we'll be starting again with the championship. I don't quite know. I will be speaking to Grumpy, W commentator. Thank you very much, Josh. Massively appreciated. As I said, I would like to do no assist and assist next season. Want to get a bit more comms done. So if Grumpy, if Grumpy will have me, I'll definitely stick around. It's been absolutely for NA and assist. Yeah, I mean, I'll be doing both of them. Hopefully, I want to do both of them next season. But no worries, Josh. It's been an absolute pleasure. As always, been an absolutely amazing season. Sorry I couldn't be here for the assist. It's just been, I've been trying to work my way back up to doing some more comms, and I do feel a lot more confident to do some more now. So, yeah, so hopefully next season we'll be doing more. But I'd just like to thank everybody throughout this season that has come and followed and interacted in the chat. You might not have spoke to me, but even just coming talking to other people, it really means a lot to see people joining the stream and watching it, and you sticking around. So obviously you must like my comms. Nice comms, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, people in the chat. But yeah, I'd just like to thank each and every one of you for hitting that follow button. Means so much to me as a person, just to see the people coming following along and enjoying what I'm doing. And thank you to each and every one of you. And let's move into next season. Let's see who comes out on top. I will be back, I promise you that. But until then, people, much love. Again, thank you so much to AERT and AERS, the whole team, thank you so much. And let's hope that next season is going to be that much better. Take care, everybody. Much love and good night.